girl, have the audacity to
be yourself and embrace those curls.
The Conversations at Ruby's Roundtable is about starting where you are with what you have, taking bold risks and betting big on yourself. That, in a nutshell, is exactly what I'm doing with this podcast, singing, developing a clothing line, and mentoring after having the audacity to quit my TV news job. So I'm telling you about all the challenges and wins along the way. I'm also inviting familiar and respected risk takers, innovators, energizers, entrepreneurs from other careers you may know who are also beating the odds. Through these conversations at the table, not only will you have resources and takeaways to apply to your own journey, but all the motivation for you to take that leap of faith fearlessly. So, will you have the audacity to join us?
Moriah, the owner of Curl Cave here in the Charlotte area. You've had 13 plus years of experience in the hair industry. How did you start? Because listen, the curls are curling, the curls are popping right now, but it had to start somewhere before you were able to say, hey, I got mine right, let me help other women.
I love that question, honestly. I would say I got started with just pretty much falling in love with my own journey. I've always had curly hair. I always wore my natural hair. I would say, especially when I was in the 6th grade, goes way back. Okay. Way back, girl.
It usually does. It usually does.
Yeah. I remember, growing up with my brothers, I had my brother and then I had my stepbrother, and I remember him, this sticks vividly in my mind when he said, us girls, you girls, you guys can wear makeup and really hide who you really are. Us, if we're ugly, and we gotta rock it.
Right.
And that stuck in my mind because I was like, you know what? I want to really fall in love with myself for who I am and wear my natural hair. I remember when I was 16 years old, when I was wearing too much makeup, and when I took it off, I didn't feel as confident.
Right.
I always wanted to make sure that I felt confident and could just walk out the house with my natural. So yeah, I started off when I was a little girl, 12 years old, and growing up with my brothers and just really embracing who I really am.
Is it like a freedom when you're stepping into that? But first, do you have to really say, okay, this is who I am, this is the step I want to take, and then fully be confident in it?
It's all with I can't even say it. It's all inner work. You have to be. You just, like you said, it just starts with accepting who you are.
Right.
Hair shrinkage and all.
Yeah.
You have to just be confident. It's all a confidence thing.
Right.
For sure.
Would you say that is the leading cause for women who are on the edge of, ooh, I love me a silk press, but ooh, I want my curls to be more of my main look?
Now ask that one more time.
Do you think that that's a problem because of women not being confident about their inner self or who they are naturally, that is a problem why some women kind of tread the line of, oh, I'm going to get the silk press instead of rocking my natural curls?
I wouldn't say it's a problem.
Okay.
I always like to ask women, because there's wants, right? There's wants, there's needs. I think it's really important as a woman to just know what you want.
Right.
And I'm a firm believer in doing what you want to do, to be honest, and in the way that you're confident.
Right.
And I just happen to be confident with my natural hair.
Right.
And, girls that are struggling with that internally, I look them in their face like, well, why do you want to be natural? Is someone telling you need to be natural?
Right.
Is your ex saying, oh, I like natural girls, but what about you?
Right.
Is that what you want? Do you want to be natural? Because I think that's really important, instead of trying to please others or saying, oh, I just want to.
Right.
It's about, making that decision. I just want to be myself and being confident in it. Right. And not listening to others, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So you're 6 years old. You had this idea of, you know what, I am going to fully step out into who I am, and I'm going to embrace that through my curls. Did you see a change in your hairstyle, in your curls, in your pattern as you grew older? And how were you able to adapt as they were changing?
Yes, ma'am. Puberty, right? I think when I became a teenager, like,
yeah,
I went through that phase where I wanted to fit in and do what everyone else was doing.
Right.
So there was one period of time, maybe like 2 years, where I kind of flat ironed my hair. And then I'm like, you know what? This isn't me.
Right.
You know, this isn't me. I can't just run out in the rain. I really like freedom. So I did go through a period of time where my pattern changed, and then, I would still go back and forth with flat ironing and curls, flat ironing and curls. And, at 20 years old, that's when I just went cold turkey without any heat. And I just let my hair do its thing. I think I fell in love with just freedom.
Okay.
I fell in love with swimming because I'm a swimmer.
Ooh, okay. She know how to swim and better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's just lifestyle and loving that freedom is what pushed me even through the changes, even through my curls looking looser. I know the biggest thing that I didn't do is compare myself to other people's curls.
Good point.
I went on my own journey.
Right.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are looking at different textures on Pinterest online when you're looking at hairstyles. I mean, I even do it. I'll go on there and say, okay, curly hairstyle. And I'm like, dang, my curls do not look like that. Or I'll think I can do a style. And it's like, girl, that did not come
out.
And And so I think what I tried to do was find girls who look like me or look
That's a good idea.
curl pattern looks like mine, and then kind of mimic or get inspiration from what they're doing.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's the key. Like I said, I, gain inspiration too sometimes, but I made sure not to idolize or to say, I want my hair to look like hers.
Right.
I more was saying, I want my hair to be the best version that it has ever been.
Right.
I think that's very important, though, is finding textures that look like yours. But, me being a curl specialist, I do notice that one little tiny difference can change the whole trajectory of what you need, product wise.
Right.
So I always tell girls, okay, I love that you have this picture. I love that this is the inspo, but let's become your own inspo.
Right.
Let's find out who you are.
I like that.
Yeah.
So then you can embrace it even more, because if you're sitting there looking at all these things, it's like you're now visualizing someone else through you.
Exactly.
If that makes sense.
Exactly.
So how did this become a business for you? At what point did you say, okay, I'm embracing it, I'm stepping into it, but now I'm going to help other women define their curls?
I always like to say that it happened on accident.
Okay. Okay.
But I think God doesn't make mistakes.
Right.
I would say, as I was taking myself and loving myself and going on a journey, I started getting more and more questions from people on the street, clients. I even had, one of my clients in 2020 that was like, I'm going to school for hair. And she wanted to work with me.
Right.
And I think that's where it started, is her interest in wanting to do what I was doing. And I kind of started helping her.
Okay. And
then it went from that to attracting more women. And from there, in 2021, I had my first employee.
Okay.
Maybe even before that a little bit, but that was my really first set one, my first assistant. And from there, just my love of helping others and mentoring others to show them pretty much my lifestyle and freedom is what led down to being a business owner. Never in a million years, girl, would I would have thought I would have been a business owner, but I couldn't be happier, and I'm really passionate about helping women.
So what research, or how did you go about, okay, I know how to rock my curls, I know how to style my curls, I know the products for my curls. What was that like to figure out other women who may come in contact with you that have different set of curls or need different products?
Trial and error.
Okay.
And to be honest, I would say I was always very transparent along my journey. Even though I had many years of experience, I always let girls know that had different patterns. Like, hey girl, I've never seen your texture before.
Right.
But I want to go on this journey with you.
Oh, yeah.
So that's kind of how I learned. And then, just a lot of classes, a lot of diving in myself and trying different products on my clients, and that's pretty much how I went on those journeys with different textures.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm trial and error, figuring out hey, you look different than my last client, but we're going to figure out how to still let you walk out of here feeling beautiful and authentic in yourself.
Exactly. And I think at that time, girl, it worked because there wasn't a lot of specialists.
Oh.
So they're like, you know, I trust you because there's not really many specialists. So they allowed me to go on this journey with them. And it really got me to where I am today.
So when you say specialist, you know, sometimes I look up things on the internet and it's called a diva cut. Is that what you're learning to specialize in, or is it everything? Treatment, care, but then also figuring out how to frame the face of each client?
I like that. So diva, I learned that diva cut a long time ago. It's a certain technique.
Okay.
It's more like curl by curl.
Okay.
I would say I lean more towards the rezo cut. I don't know if you've heard of that before.
Let me know.
Yeah, girl. Rezo cut is just a more voluminous look. So
Okay.
I love volume.
Okay.
I love, because volume is more free. Like it's just big and free. So then I pretty much, you know, started doing my own thing. I took my straight hair techniques, mixed it with my curly hair techniques that I learned over the years, mixed them together to really create like the Curl Cave signature cut.
Right.
So that's what we do.
Okay.
Yeah, girl.
So when someone comes to Curl Cave, do they kind of let you know what they're looking for within themselves and you kind of help them transform it, elevate it? Or is it kind of like this is the signature that you're going to leave out with every time?
You know, what's funny? It's very custom.
Okay.
Because every girl wants something different.
Right.
Some girls come in with an idea of what they want, and then some come in completely have no idea.
Right.
Some are just like, I just love curly hair, or I just want to embrace my curly hair. And that's when it becomes like a deeper conversation.
Right.
Because then I want to figure out, okay, why do you want to wear it? Because do you want to wear it?
Right.
Or does someone want you to wear, you know,
And that's crazy. Is that kind of crazy that you have to ask that?
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't think it was a conversation that needed to like deeply happen until I started meeting more and more curly girls. And I saw repetitive thinking of not truly being confident in like what, like for instance, like I was a silk press specialist at one point, and you know what you're getting. You're going to sit down, get it slicked out. They already knew they want a silk press, but I noticed in the curly hair world, they would sit down not knowing if they really wanted curls. And I was like, wow. So I had to ask those deeper questions and figure out, well, what's your why? Why natural hair, and why is it so hard?
Right.
We have to figure that out before we move forward.
And then honestly, if I sat down in a chair and you asked me that on the days where it's like, girl, the curls are not curling today, or it's like,
they do what they want.
I don't want this look anymore. I'll revert back to you asking me that question and hoping to continue the journey, because it's like, girl, you wanted this because of you.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's been a year since her last haircut.
Okay.
And I think in the curly hair, remember when we talked about shrinkage really is like a sensitivity that we have? Yes. So I'm very personable and very like, I show people what's going on, what we're going to talk about. So I told
how much
her,
you gonna cut?
Yes. So,
you know.
So I told her, yeah, girl, we need 3 inches gone today. And we can do it in 2 sessions. We can either remove it all today, and it's going to feel pretty short.
Right.
Or we can do a session now and then do a session next month. And she let me know she's kind of far. Okay. So she said, we're going to have to do it today.
You got this. Yeah. Look, just do it.
We're going to move forward, okay? We're going to move forward.
What are some of the challenges when it comes to your clients, like that you see that's common across the board, other than what you just said?
I think the biggest challenge would definitely be shrinkage.
Okay.
I think there is this length fetish, especially in the Black community. But it's funny, girl, because since I was 18, I always had long hair. My hair was like down to my butt in high school. So out of the family, I was always the one cutting all my hair off. Okay. And my mom was always like, you're a Black woman. You shouldn't be cutting your hair off. Right. I was like, why not? I love my hair short. As you can see, I cut it again. Yes. I've always been a firm believer that hair grows, because it does. And I've seen it grow very quickly. So I think that what's been the hardest part is getting women to understand trims and how it can actually elevate your hair. And it's the shrinkage. People get very, like, I want my length. And I'm like, I get it, girl, but shrinkage is a thing.
It is.
It's a thing.
Because I will definitely be out, and if I have my curls out, I'm pulling it. I'm like, I'm literally going to the root, and I'm literally
like,
I'll go
to short.
I'll go to the bathroom and be like, ugh, you know, because it's like a gap right here.
Yeah.
And it's like I want to feel that gap. So I feel like
the trim, girl, the trims. That's what's gonna help you with that.
The trims, okay, because I'll put it up and I'll slick it back. I'll start my day and it's like curls out, fro out, and then I'll put it up because I'm like, this shrinkage it gotta go.
I can help you, girl. I can help you with that for sure.
You know what? Please, please. I definitely grew up natural, and it's so crazy. I've never told anyone this, but when I was in 6th grade, it was one particular guy. And he would always say, your hair is so big. Because I would sit in front of him in class. And he'd be like, your hair is too big. Like, can you please move out of the way? And that honestly probably created this insecurity. Because it's like, oh, I have this big hair. But now that I'm older, I'm like, girl, why did you start straightening it? You know, big hair is beautiful.
I agree.
But it does start young, I guess, if someone says something and it's like, oh, you know, not everybody has this fro, the curls, but if someone is picking on you about it, it's like, oh, hide it.
Why not turn that, like, I always think, like, why not turn those insecurities into power?
Right.
You know?
Power in the fro.
Exactly. I'm always thinking that because I grew up in a predominantly white neighborhood, Hispanic and white. So I was the only black girl a lot of the time in my classes.
Right.
And I guess growing up with a blunt father and men, I think it gave me this, I don't really care what you say, like kind of attitude.
Right.
So when people would say those comments, I would kind of just laugh at them. Like, well, that's your problem.
Right. But it's so crazy. Now I feel like if there were 5 women who walked in the room and the one girl who has the fro, like my eye is going to her because I'm like, yeah, you better rock it, girl.
Yeah, the confidence.
And it doesn't say anything to the other women. It's just like what she's exuding because she's all natural. Like that's a flex. It's a flex.
Yeah,
it literally is a flex.
I even think it was. Sorry to jump in, but I also think it's a flex when someone's bald and they can rock it. Also, like I think it all like boils down to just that confidence and aura that you exude. You're like, I love what I'm wearing.
Right.
I remember you were telling me about clothes. Like, girl, just wear what you're comfortable with. Be you. And that natural hair is very much that.
Right.
You just got to be you.
Right. I agree. Talk about the business part. What are some of the challenges, successes that you have kind of pinpointed over the years just by being an entrepreneur?
I would say the biggest challenge is finding staff that already know how to cut, curly hair.
Okay.
I've had to build, a lot of my staff from the ground up, which is not an issue, but it can be a challenge in my industry.
Okay.
And I would say the biggest success is not a lot of people seeing a full curly salon in Charlotte.
Right.
I think it has been exciting for people to hear about and something that people really gravitate to.
Right.
So,
okay. Yeah. So are you training the women that are coming in? Because if you have this signature for Curl Cave, are you kind of looking for them to already have experience, or you're like, okay, this is kind of our style and I'm going to teach you?
Funny that you say that. If you would have asked me that 2 years ago, I'm like, anybody can come in. But now I do find myself really wanting girls with experience because it does elevate the look, and it also helps me train them on what I have to offer for them. Right. And so I'm looking for more experience now for sure. Because curly hair is hard. I mean,
especially when you have different textures coming in, you want to make sure that you're winning so they can come back. Because what is the goal? Like when, let's say I come in or a client comes in and they're like, hey, I want this. You give that to them. What is that return that you hope for every time?
I would definitely say them become a regular, really go full on invested. I would say I've had a really high success rate with my girls. Mm-hmm. They any girl in my chair, they're like, I'm coming back. Yeah. And they get on a trim schedule. That is definitely what I look for in a client. Just like, people have ideal stylists on who they want. I have ideal clients that I also want. I want them to choose natural hair and really be invested.
Do you think the Charlotte community or curly girls just need more knowledge on what it means to maintain, what it means to take care of their hair, to build more awareness about Curly Cave and similar businesses?
I agree. No, I do feel like there needs to be more education. Because they'll see my hair, they love it, but they don't know what I do to get here.
Right.
They're not like a me girl. I don't miss a trim.
Right.
I do not miss, wash day. There's a lot of education that I have to do and a lot of talking each and every single client. I do definitely think that there needs to be like deeper education and a better understanding.
Okay.
So I'm taking it one client at a time.
Yeah, you have to.
But yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
So let's break it down.
Okay.
Let's talk about the curly girl who she don't have no products. She don't have no materials. She don't know.
Yeah.
She just knows that when she wets her hair, it's
curly.
It's curly. It's natural, and she wants to elevate it. What is her first step?
Honestly, I think her first step is gaining knowledge. I think a conversation, like a consultation, is really important. Because if you go to YouTube, you're going to get confused. You're going to get lost. You're going to go down this tunnel.
Right.
So many different textures, so many different products. The biggest thing is, I think, seeing a curl professional, just so you can gain that knowledge and that there's no confusion along the way. So that's the first step. I think a consultation, and from there, you'll know exactly what to do.
Okay. So let's say she looks up the consultation. She's like, oh, girl. I don't got it right now. I don't have it. It's expensive to rock my curly hair, to get it to where it needs to be. What's she gonna do? She trying to get her money right.
Get a rich man. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna lie. I tell some of you girls, our hair is expensive.
Yes.
I'm not gonna even hold you. The products are expensive.
Yes.
You can't be
right.
Get a rich man.
Okay.
But our lifestyle has to be set up different. It does. I tell them, when I'm dating, I tell men all the time, our products are a lot. Our makeup is a lot.
Right.
But you can also, I would say, follow people on Instagram.
Okay.
And get knowledge from professionals. Like, watch where you're getting your knowledge from.
Right.
If someone doesn't have it yet, you can definitely start there. And date rich for sure.
Okay.
No,
okay. I mean, I'm not mad at it because it's a level of, what do I want to say? Pretty has a price. And if you want your curls to be slayed, well prepared, then you have to put in the investment. And the work and the time, like all the things. Ooh, so do you have products within Curl Cave that you also sell or recommend when girls are coming in and starting that consultation?
Yes.
Okay.
I do.
So you created them yourself? So wait. So you have the business.
Yep.
You have your signature style cut process, but then when someone comes in there, they can also come out with the shampoo, conditioner, moisturizer. What we got?
Yeah. So I'm actually working on our own product line.
Okay.
But right now I am very particular on who I partner with.
Okay.
And there is 3 lines that I'm very obsessed with.
Okay.
That you want to hear them?
Yeah.
Okay. So the first one is Inner Sense.
Okay.
Inner Sense is one of my favorite brands. And I would say it's because of the quality ingredients that they use. It's organic. It's paraben free. No toxins.
Okay.
It's really important what you're putting on your hair, especially as a natural girly.
Right.
To me, it's like the Whole Foods of, products.
Interesting. Okay.
And then the next one would be Trepadora.
Okay.
Trepadora is a UK brand. I don't know what it is about overseas, but they know how to make some products.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but America, I don't know. They have something going on.
Well, they're waiting on you. They're waiting on you.
They're waiting. I'm coming.
Yeah, they're waiting on you.
And then the last one would be AG.
Okay.
AG has some really good creams, stylers that I really, really love. And I would say out of these 3 lines, they're all organic. They all watch what they put into the hair.
Right.
Not heavy on oils, butters. That's what you want to really avoid in the curly world is heavy oils and butters.
And look, this goes back to the knowledge because let me just tell you.
Yeah.
Don't judge. We're going to have a no judgment moment. I'm going to Target or I'm going to the hair store and I'm finding all these products that I'm taking home, and I'm going to take them back if it don't work. Same day or next day if necessary. And it's like, some of them leave my hair so dry. Yeah. Some of them is too moisturized where it looks like almost a Jerry curl. Some of them, the shrinkage, it's just, I don't even know. Like, as soon as I walk out of the door, it's like, bing.
Yeah,
so
the shrinkage is
I
real.
think that turns me away too, because it's like, I cannot find the product that works for me, and I'm kind of lazy and don't. I see some of the girls saying, take a piece of the hair, put it in some water and I'm just like, you know what, never mind, slick it back. I just slick it back. So what would you say to that person who's like, I give up, but I want it, but I give up on all the things?
Come to Curl Cave.
Okay.
And like I said, it is an investment.
Right.
So you got to think about it this way, because this is just where my mindset is at. Walmart, Target, those stores are owned by CEOs that really could care less about our hair. So why would I want to go somewhere to get products that I know they're just gonna put whatever on the shelf?
Right.
That's my first thought.
Okay.
And then my second thought is, a lot of these product lines, I also like to look up the ingredients. I like to see who has created it.
Right.
I'm seeing if they're like sodding me out as a curly girl, or are they just wanting the money? Because America is run by the moolah. Right. So that's what they want, girl. They want money. And me, I want someone that's passionate and has really put their heart into something. Right. So what I would say to a lazy girl that's curly, I would say just don't skip wash day. Don't skip your deep conditioning day.
So what are those days?
So
Sunday, when you resetting everything in your life, or is it like case by case?
Well, in the consultation, that's what we dive into.
Okay.
We talk about your lifestyle, number one. Okay. Because some girls are CEOs as well. I have some clients that are like, but I'm too busy, girl. I'm too busy. And I think the first thing I ask them, then I'm saying, are you too busy for yourself? Are you too busy to put yourself first?
So you going there?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
I respect it. Because I literally woke up. Well, I was already up, but I said, okay, really try your best.
Yeah.
Try your best to do something with the girls today, because literally it would go in a slick back, and it really comes to waking up in the morning saying, I'm going to really try to get it right, because you have to wake up earlier. You got to do your
really
skincare routine. You don't? Mm-mm. How?
So
what if it's thick? You got to section it. Like,
I always recommend women to do their wash day on a day they have nowhere to go. I know we all have days off, and I know it's not fun doing your hair on your day off, but you have to do it on a day. Like, look at wash day as pamper day. Get your wine, turn on the music. Okay. That is like you day. Okay. And I think we should change the mindset of what wash day is. Wash day is not bad day. Okay. Wash day is good day. Is a good day. Because you're pouring into yourself. Okay. And yourself, your clothes, that's your brand. So you really want to like pour into your brand. So the most that I do when I wake up, I put my hair down, shake it, and I go.
Okay, let's go back. So, I washed it. We're having wash day. We're deep conditioning it. Mm-hmm. After we deep condition it, are we putting some moisturizer, some gel on it?
No.
So where is
you're talking about on wash day.
Yeah, on wash day. What is the process of a wash day? Because my wash day is shampoo, conditioner. Yeah. That's it. And I might have to wet it again the next day, and then the next day, and the next day. So is that...
We need to train your hair, girl. So...
I'm just being honest.
No, I like it. I like it. Yeah.
I don't know.
Because a lot of girls like do that. You know what I mean? I think my job is to make it simple. Yeah. And to make it easy. Okay. I don't refresh in between. I don't do anything.
So you don't put no water on it?
No water.
No
Sometimes
water?
I will.
Okay.
Like with a little like aloe in water or conditioner in water. Just not straight water.
Oh, okay.
Because straight water doesn't really do anything.
Okay.
It's like similar, like if your legs are ashy and you're like, let me just throw some water on here. You want to make sure you're like have something with a little component to it to give it a little, to give it a little pizzazz. So I only wash my hair once a week, and I shampoo first, and then I rinse that out, and then I put my deep conditioner in. Okay. Let that sit for like 15 minutes. Rinse that out, and then put my products in.
And then are we doing a twist out? Are we doing some knots, Bantu knots? Are we braiding it?
I love it. No, I'm very simple. I'm a simple girl.
Okay.
I like to rake in my products, just like rake them in like section by section, and then I just leave the house. Well, I diffuse it.
Okay.
And then I leave.
So the diffuser, that's the blow dryer with the thing.
With the
and
little
then
attachment. Yeah.
Doing like that.
You want to just like set the hair so you don't necessarily have to go like this, because that's going to create more shrinkage. You just want to set it like this.
So it's a technique.
There's a technique from like start to finish.
Right.
Like there's details.
Ooh.
And like I said, natural hair is a lot of work, and that's why I created Curl Cave for the women that. For me, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay,
I'm
be honest.
also a lazy natural.
Okay.
But that's why I created Curl Cave, because when I'm feeling lazy, I can just go get a wash and go.
Yeah.
We do wash and goes.
Yeah.
Some girls come see us twice a week. I mean, not twice a week. Some girls come see us once a week, and they come see us every 2 weeks for a wash and go.
Right.
Curl Cave is for the woman that knows how to do their hair, but they just don't feel like it.
I like that.
Yeah.
What's next with Curl Cave?
Oh, we got big things happening. We have big things. I would definitely say a product line.
Okay.
And I would say expansion.
Okay.
Because we have outgrown our space.
And where are you located?
We're on 7th Street.
7th Street, okay.
Yep. Expansion, and, we're just going to keep going to the top from there.
For someone who wants to start a business in curly hair, what advice would you give to them based on your journey so far?
I would say start small and work your way up.
Okay.
Start with just knowledge.
Right.
Start with really understanding the curly market and then going from there.
Right.
I like to go slow and steady.
Okay.
Yeah.
That wins the race, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
Exactly.
based on our conversation so far about the girl who is trying to figure out her curl,
Yeah.
whether it's 4C, 3A,
Yeah.
4A, whatever, how would you finish this sentence? Girl, have the audacity to
Be yourself and embrace those curls.
That's it.
No.
Let's have a moment. It sounds so easy.
It is, to be honest. To be yourself, girl, to not have to wake up and do anything, that is the easiest thing. God literally gave us water and our natural self.
Right.
You can just wake up and be good.
I'm just thinking about when I wake up and I put so let's say after my type of a wash day,
Yeah.
I put my bonnet on when I go to sleep, and it's matted. Like, it's like so matted to where it's like, girl, slick it back.
You need me. You need me, girl. You need me,
I need you.
because
Okay.
there's a way that you need to go to sleep too. Like, everything's a method. Like, you want to go to sleep to where you don't disrupt your curl, because if you're going to sleep with just like wearing it down, it's definitely gonna get matted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I need some help.
Yeah.
Listen,
I got you.
Oh, I need some
I got
help.
you.
Okay. Thank you
You're
for your
welcome.
time today.
Thank you.
It's so great just learning about who you are, why you started in the first place, and why are you trying to help other women, and also be a business boss at the same time. So kudos to you, and
Thank you.
keep going.
Thank you, girl.
And keep rocking your curls, because we need to see it. The curly girls need to see it, because it's giving me some inspiration. Because I'm already thinking about slicking it back, but you're giving me like, girl, be yourself.
Be yourself and do what you want to do at the end of the day.
And find you a rich man to help with them products.
Rich man, we can't listen. Get you a rich man.
Okay. I'm calling him in right
Yeah.
now. He's in the atmosphere. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that is it. Thank you so much for joining Ruby's Roundtable.
Thank
and
you.
we'd love to see you again when the time is right.
I love it.
All right.